Hey, right, okay, so I'm back in my office. I've done a little bit of a tip run. If you've watched my earlier vlog, you'll know that I had a bit of a tip run to do. I can't find... let me just check this drawer a second. No. I can't find my little digital camera, my little digital web camera, so I'm going to have to use my phone, which means I have to kind of set it up on little boxes and stuff and just prop it up using the case. It's not ideal, and it's not the way I really wanted to vlog this. I might have to carry you around a little bit and do some little bits and pieces. There's going to be several sort of breaks while I move stuff around anyway, so I'll crossfade, expertly crossfade everything, so it'll all go together seamlessly. Not. So as you can see behind me, I've got my desk together. It was actually pretty much already together. I didn't really have to do it. I literally had to bolt this bit here onto that bit there, which was 4 screws with an Allen key, and we're good to go. Dug out the monitors and I popped them on there already. But what I thought I'd do is I'd also take you through the hardware that I've got as I build it as well, because some people might be interested. If you're not, just skip to the end, no problem. So we're going to start with the base unit. So bear with me a sec. I might even show you the inside of it. It's a bit messy. Don't expect decent cable management because I haven't had time to do it, but bear with me 1 second. Hey, here we go. Oh. So, here we are. I'm going to move you back a little bit. No, it should be good. Right, so this is my main PC. So as you can see, it's just a standard Asus case. Let me just grab a screwdriver as well, so I can take the side off for it. There we go. So yeah, it's a standard Asus. Essentially, it was what model is it? It's the M11AA UK, or UK 010S. They don't make it anymore. The reason I picked it up was it was super cheap. I was actually looking for something with a Core i5 that was relatively cheap, and this one actually this is a Core i7, and it worked out that it was nearly £100 cheaper than, because it was the end of line and it was the last one in the shop, and I got the display model and all that sort of stuff. It worked out £100 cheaper than the Core i5 model, and it also had more RAM and a bigger hard drive. The other one came with a 500 gig hard drive. This came with a terabyte hard drive. So while I'm rabbling on, I'll just take the side off so you can take a look at it. So yeah, it was a bit of a I mean, I picked it up for, I think it was about £300, which is what, well, given the current economic crisis that we've got in the UK, it would have made it, it's not 2 for 1, is it? About $500, maybe more, maybe less. Had a built-in Wi-Fi card. It's got an Intel Core i7 3770S, so it's the low power one, so you can't overclock it. It runs at 3.1 gigahertz with a turbo of 3.4 gigahertz. 8 core, obviously being an i7 with hyper-threading. So 4 core, sorry, with hyper-threading. So essentially you get 8 threads. And sorry, there's just people moving in over the over the road. I'm just being nosy. Stop being nosy, Chance, get on with it. Right, okay, so it comes with some USB ports on the front, as you'll probably see there. I've broken one of them already. It doesn't bother me, I don't really use them. On the back, it comes with 2 USB 3.0 ports and 4 USB 2.0. The standard Dolby 5.1 surround, HDMI, and optical. I never use optical, never have done, never will. So what I did was, I took out the power supply. When I bought it, I decided to upgrade because it just came with onboard graphics. So I took out the power supply because it was only a 300 watt power supply, because obviously the CPU's a low watt usage thing. Hoofed in my little CX750M Corsair power supply. I decided to go with the 750M because it was modular, and my cable management is, as you'll see in a minute, is pretty rubbish. I really honestly haven't got time. I'd like to take it all apart and do it all again, but frankly at the moment it's not going to happen for a little while. I've got more important things to do and bigger fish to fry. So this is actually the first time I've taken it apart since I upgraded my second graphics card. My first graphics card I got was a NVIDIA GTX 750, just the standard 1 gig one. I was a bit strapped for cash at the time. I just wanted a decent-ish graphics card that was dedicated and not on board. I only had 1 gig of GDDR5. It was a good card and it did me really well. It did me proud. It worked a treat. I had zero issues with it whatsoever. But then I decided, when the 960 came out, I decided to upgrade to the 960, and I went for the 4GB overclocked WindForce 2 by it's not MSI, it's Gigabyte. Yeah, sorry. There was an MSI GTX 750 that I had, and then I've gone with the Gigabyte GTX 960 4GB, which you can see. I could actually, it'd probably be better off me actually showing you like this, wouldn't it? Rather than trying to lift it up. So yes, there we go. GTX 960. I haven't overclocked it in any way, shape or form. Built-in Wi-Fi, as you can see on the back there, which I never ever use because it's rubbish. And also I've added another drive. I've got an SSD in there. Ooh, let's just show you here. It's really difficult to see what I'm showing you. I'm using the front camera of my thing. Right, so yeah, I've got my GTX, my SSD here, which is a Kingston 128 gig SSD. And then I've got a terabyte drive and a 500 gig hard drive. I'm actually going to remove the 500 gig and I'm going to put in a 2 terabyte that I've picked up recently, so that's something that I'm going to do at some point. And then I've got my hideously bad cable management down here where it's all just thrown in, and you know, I was desperate to get it all sorted out and so I could play it again, so bear with me while I just sort you out there. There we go. You okay there? You're not going to fall over? No, good. Excellent. So yeah, that's the 16 gig of Kingston just Kingston Value RAM, actually, to be fair. I don't overclock, mainly because of the fact that I'm using stock cooler, and frankly I don't have the time to mess around overclocking it, so I'm quite happy with the performance of it at the moment. I'm running Windows 10 Pro. I've got a couple of VMs that I run on it, or virtual machines for those of you who don't know what VM is, that I run on it occasionally that I use for work, which is like testing for Server 2012 R2 and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. So that's that. We're gonna so we're gonna just sort that in here. I'm not sure where it's going to go. I should probably have to put it forward a bit. I don't ever use the CD-ROM on it, so I tend to just tuck it away in the corner out of the way. And I'll sort that out later. Might actually... Oh God, my legs, I'm getting too old for this. So monitor-wise, as you can see, I'll just show you this one. Oh God, right, now I can't see it. Right, let me show you this one instead. There we are. So it's an Acer. I picked these up, I'll tell you the model number. Blah, 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 blah. So what I've got, I can't remember what the model number was now. It's the G247HYL. It's an IPS monitor, so the colours look really, really good. It's got a 5 millisecond refresh rate. They're just standard 1080p 60 megahertz. Megahertz? Yes. I was going to say gigahertz. They're 1080p 60 FPS. They do me fine. I record at 720 for bandwidth issues anyway. So, and I play at 720 most of the time. Some games I play at 1080, but I'm not really that bothered because I don't see huge differences between 720 and 1080. And not massive differences between 60 frames per second and 30 frames per second. I'm going to put you on top of my guitar case now so I can talk to you. There we go. Oh, hello. So that's the end of part 1. I'm going to crossfade in a second into part 2, which will be me hooking up my keyboard, mouse, all the other bits and pieces just to get things ticking along. And I've got some plugs on the wall there, so I'm good for power. And I'll take you through all that. So, crossfade time, ready? I'm not going to be able to do the bit, it's just going to be a crossfade. I'll see you in a second. Welcome back. After that expert crossfade that I may or may not have pulled off, I decided against the whole speed build thing. At the end of the day, you guys know how to put well, you probably don't, but you know how to, I'm saying you probably don't, that's a little bit facetious of me, to be fair. At the end of the day, putting a VGA cable into the back of a PC and plugging it into a monitor and plugging the power cables in and stuff like that is pretty much easy to do. So I don't really need to sort of take you through doing all that. But what I thought I'd do is I got all my kit out before I start putting it all together. I've got all my kit out, or most of it, not everything. So I just thought I'd go through it quickly, and then I'll build it all, get the PC all set up, and then I'll show you the finished product, as it were, because there's probably going to be some tweaking and stuff like that. So first things first, not really PC related, but it will be eventually. I'm going to show you this. Oh, where is it? This is my small guitar related. That's my Digitech RP255 multi-effects guitar processor, which I will hopefully be using in the not too distant future to record some music. I'm going to try and get some some intro music done for the Bromigos for sort of videos and stuff like that, and also for the Couch Crashers stuff as well. So I'm going to record that. It's going to be custom music that I'm going to write myself, and it'll either be good or terrible, you decide. But that's going to come in. I need to get all this set up first, so I just thought I'd go through my kit. So first things first, obviously I've taken you through the monitors and the PC. Now, I'm not an elitist in any way, shape or form, and before I continue, I'd just like to say that this video isn't sponsored by any of the manufacturers that appear in this video. So I haven't had any sponsorship from Asus, Acer, anything like that, unfortunately. I wish I had, and if you're watching, by all means send me stuff. I'm more than happy to review them and do stuff, even if I don't get to keep it. Sad face. But what I will say, I'll start off first of all. So I've done the PC, I've done the monitor. So obviously the next thing you need is your keyboard. That's my keyboard. Yep, it's a crappy little £6 Trust keyboard. It's not too clicky, it's not mechanical. It's a keyboard. I type on it and things come up on the screen. WASD work fine. That's all I need. So, yeah, that's cool. And on the same note, I have a Logitech, just a basic Logitech M100 mouse. It's clicky. See? It's got a wheel. It's USB. It's optical. I don't need anything else. I don't need macros, and it doesn't need to be a gaming mouse in any way, shape or form. And I don't see the point. I'd rather spend the money on graphics cards and so on and so forth. Speaker wise, I don't often use speakers because I usually use headsets. But I just bought a cheap Polaroid USB. So if I'm watching a YouTube video and I don't want to stick my headphones on, then I'll just plug those in and they'll do. So my headset of choice when I'm recording and vlogging and all that kind of stuff that you usually see stuck on my head. These bad boys, you'll probably recognise them from previous videos, vlogs and couch crasher videos. They're the MSI DSi 501s. Really, really good. Really like them. They're comfortable, they work, the audio on them is really good. There's a decent amount of bass boost, but it's not over excessive. It doesn't require a separate power supply or USB, it's literally just plug and play. And I actually won these in a competition from box.co.uk on Twitter. It was a Twitter competition and I won them. They're worth about £50, £30, £40, £50, something like that. It doesn't matter, I won them and they're really, really good. Really like them. My second choice or previous to that, and which I now use for my Xbox 360, are the, there we are, can you see that? Turtle Beach X12s. They work quite well with my Xbox 360, but not the Xbox One, so I had to get another set for my Xbox One. I used to use those with my PC, but since I won the MSI ones, I've actually tried those. The MSI ones are a little bit more lightweight on the ears, a little bit more lightweight on the head. They don't have quite the audio quality that the Turtle Beach does, in my opinion. Your opinion may differ, but for me, they're nice and light and pretty good. I've never tried using the microphone on them. I just turn that up because I have a different microphone that I use. I'll show you that in a minute. So, second, for my Xbox One, I have the Turtle Beach Recon 50X. Again, these and the other Turtle Beaches were Christmas presents from Shaz, so hugely grateful for that. These are really, really good, really great. They integrate nicely with the controller that I've got, which I might show you actually. This is I use this controller with my PC a lot as well. Ooh, oh God, I can't bend over. Ooh. Let me just prop you up there a minute. You okay there? There you go. Right, okay. I'll just untangle this wire because it's all over the place. I've got many controllers that I use for PC. I've got a collection. I've got Xbox 360 controller, standard black one. I've got the Afterglow Xbox 360 controller as well. But my controller of choice at the moment is my Star Wars Kylo Ren Xbox One controller. It has the 3.5mm socket for the headset that I just showed you, whereas the Xbox One controllers that I have do not. So that's that. So microphone was next, wasn't it? So this is a blue Snowball Ice. It's just, I picked it up. I got it for about £40 on Amazon. It was on offer. It was like £20 off. So I picked that up. It doesn't have a stand with it at the moment because that's all packed away, and I don't use the tripod stand that comes with it anyway. So it's just a standard USB microphone. Really, really good. Really like the sound quality on it. It's really good. So that's that. And then I just bought a heavy duty studio recording boom stand. I haven't got a shock mount for the blue Snowball because they're hideously expensive. In fact, so far I've seen the shock mounts are actually more expensive than the actual the microphone itself. So that's just I just bought this off of eBay. It was cheap as chips, and some Chinese pop filter. But at the end of the day, a pop filter is a pop filter, so that just straps on there and it's all good and all done. So that's that. And my keyboard and mouse and that, I've just got some recyclable or made from recycled material mouse mats that I put my keyboard and mouse on, because this being a wooden desk, as you've probably heard in previous videos before I actually got these, tapping on the keyboard and so on and so forth echoes through the desk and then up the boom stand, because I haven't got a shock mount, and it comes out on as a loud bang on on the video, which I'm trying to reduce. What I'm considering doing is getting rid of that stand that clips on. It just clamps on with a G-clamp onto the side of the desk, which I'm not that impressed with. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to go to Maplin and probably pick up like a microphone stand that you get on stage, that people have on stage, and that's going to go behind. I'm going to try and drop it down behind there so that it comes out and booms out over across here, and so it'll be above me rather than in front of me, and it won't get in the way and all that sort of stuff. But that's going to be tweaking that's going to come in the near future once I've got everything set up and I've got internet and it's worth actually doing. Finally, for producing stuff, I have my webcam, which is the C270 Logitech. It's 720p. I could have gone for the 960 or the 920, the C920. That's right. That's 1080p, but it was almost double the price. So yeah, about that. That wasn't going to happen. Oh, all the dust off of the stuff that's been packed away. Right. And finally, most importantly, I always have this by my desk, mainly because it has pens and all that kind of stuff, but it's also my Gears of War Judgment A7X Shadows mug, again bought for me by Shaz for a birthday or Christmas present, I can't remember, I think it might have been Christmas. And that's it really. The rest of it is all sort of stuff that's under there, which is there's my Digitech there, and I've got CDs and all that sort of stuff packed away. So that's all that done. We're pretty much there, so I'm going to try and whack all this together now. And then the boxes that I've been keeping, because I knew I was moving, I'm then going to throw out and try and make some more space in here so that I can get things nice and tidy. I need to pick up from work. Have saved me we were binning a load of furniture, which incidentally is where I got my office chair from. I've got a wooden. It looks a little bit like what I've been resting you guys on. Not one of these, but it's a 4-drawer filing cabinet. So that's going to come in here and probably go in the corner behind the door. So all my paperwork and everything go in there for work and bills and all that kind of stuff. So we're well on the way. And that's my guitar case there as well. I think you've actually seen my electric guitar. It's featured in a video or two. I'll show you anyway, because this is my favourite guitar. I only have two now. I sold one. I used to have 5. This, there we are. That is a 1988 Charvel Model 3. I've had it since 92. I bought it second hand. It was an absolute steal. The guy had to get rid of it because his wife had told him that if he didn't sell some of his guitars, she was going to leave him. So his loss was my gain. I picked it up with the hard case for an absolute steal. It's about £250. It's worth more than that now. It was originally white. It looks yellow because that's just the way that they age. But it's a proper Charvel Model 3. The bridge was replaced on it because one of the pillars snapped on it, and it had a Kahler tremolo on it. For those of you that are interested, it had a Kahler trem on it, and I put a Floyd Rose trem on it because I prefer the Floyd Rose anyway, and had it all professionally cleaned and set up again, and it's been sat there. And I do play on it occasionally, but not as much as I could do. But that will feature in any of the music that I produce, and I might occasionally just dig it out and play some music for you guys to enjoy or critique. That's pretty much it. That's the keyboard I used to use. I used to have a big old Microsoft ergonomic one, but it's well loud, so I got rid of it. There's an electric toothbrush in that box as well, and I don't know why. Oh, and there's my Westfield acoustic guitar there. For those of you that are interested about me and my life and what I do, I'm just going to prop you up there. There we go, because my arm's aching holding you up. You're really heavy. You all need to go on a diet. Says the fat guy. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave you there. There may or may not be a part 3. Yeah, I'll do a part 3 when I've got everything set up. But I'll probably do that using my webcam and my PC, and then I'll splice them all together in a professional manner, and then stick it on a USB stick, take it to work, upload it when I'm next in work on Monday. Or I could go to a friend's house. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cue crossfade. No, just stop with the billy. It's not going to happen. Never going to happen. Hello, hello, hello. This is part 3 of my little vlog. As you can see, time's got away. The light is fading fast, so I've had to put that crappy little bulb thing on. I'm trying to get a place where it doesn't look like it's kind of old school 70s soft focus. I don't even know what that was. So, it's done. It is done. I was in the middle of editing part 1 and 2 of this video, and I mentioned in part 2 that I'll probably do a part 3, and then realised I hadn't actually recorded part 3. So here it is. It's ready. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see it? No, I'm not going to show you. I'm joking. There you go. So we're all done and set up. Let me just bring it down, bring it to the... So let me just move my chair out the way. Oh, there we go. Look at that. So I've got the boom stand for the mic. It's not set up exactly how I want it yet. It was supposed to be somewhat different, but there's an attachment that needs to go on the end that allows it to swivel and twist. And I don't have one, it didn't come with it, so I'm going to have to go back to Maplin tomorrow, pick one of those up. So yeah, there we go. As you can see, there's my lovely face there. I'm busy in the middle of recording all of that, so it's all together. My PC's down there, the desk is all there, and all that, and we're all ready to go. Yeah, it's taken me the best part of a day travelling backwards and forwards, getting bits and pieces done. So I'm pretty shattered, but I'm going to get this video done, and then I'm going to do some about an hour before Shaz comes home, and I'm going to do a little bit of gaming. Maybe see if I can record one episode of Submerged, which would be episode 7, I think. I don't know. I'd have to check. So there we go. That's it. I'm going to. I've actually already recorded the next part. Which is me actually sitting at the computer saying it's all done, but I realised that I hadn't actually shown anything about what it looked like. So this is part sort of 2.5, if you like, and then part 3 is technically the next one. So yeah, it is what it is. So I'll see you in part 2.8. 3? I don't know. I'll see you in the next part. Or whatever. Hello. It's Shad's back again, and back in the driving seat on PC. It's all set up and it's all looking rather... Well, it looks exactly the same as it used to be honest. But I've got a dedicated room now. It's going to be a little bit echoey. There's no There's nothing to deaden. There's no curtains at the moment, which is why I apologise for the light behind me. The way that I had the desk set up over that way against the wall in the corner was okay until I got my boom stand for my mic, which is here. It just keeps slowly dropping down, which is really, really annoying. Let me just... sorry. There we go. So, there we go. See, it's a nice little boom stand. It's like a... See, it's just slowly dropping down out of shot. Whatever. Yeah, it's just a standard stand that you'd use for a microphone on stage if you play guitar and or you're in a band or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna get some. We're gonna get some furniture in here. There's gonna be a bed, stroke chair bed type thing for when my kids come to stay, and some other bits and pieces as well. We're gonna get a blind for behind me, and some other bits and pieces that will deaden the sound a little bit, so it won't be quite so echoey. I've left the door open to avoid any echo, but I'm probably going to hang some coats and stuff on the back of it just to soak up a little bit of the sound, because I don't want to stick stuff on the walls, because it's like brand new, and I really don't want to do anything to it at the moment. Maybe in the future. I'm going to get a green screen as well, which is going to end up going down there behind me. Well, it'll be behind me, just obviously when I'm using it, but there's a little slot next to me that I'm just going to try and get one that folds up, and it'll just tuck down here. And that'll be awesome. I hope you enjoyed watching the videos that I recorded earlier, and this is going to be the last section, so you'll obviously notice a difference in the video quality. It's not on my phone. I'll have spliced it all together and get it all sort of equalised and as best I can, and put it all together, and then I'll upload it when I get to work. Or when I next get an internet connection. It's going to be a little while before I get internet here. When they built the property, they made a bit of a boo-boo, and they put the wrong cabling in. They're supposed to be able to connect fibre to the house, but they actually put copper cabling in, or the casing for copper cabling for them to push that, so it's the wrong thing. So when they try and blow the fibre through the cable casing, it won't go through. So it could be around about 2 months before I get any broadband in here, to be honest, which is going to be frustrating, but I will soldier on. I'm going to carry on recording some stuff. Hopefully a majority of my stuff will work offline. Stuff like Overwatch that I've bought, I'm kind of wasted my money on. I'm going to try and get some bits and pieces recorded with, I'll try and do Submerged, and I might do another adventure-y type game, maybe something that I can play offline and then upload as and when I can. So yeah, thanks very much for all your feedback. Thank you very much for your likes and your comments, and also thanks to the new subscribers. I was at 94 subs before YouTube had their little cull, as it were, and I didn't do too badly. I mean, at the end of the day, I suppose it's all relative, really. I mean, I was on, 194, and I went down to 180. I'm back up to 182 now at last count. It's kind of annoying, because I was getting really close to 200, but then I suppose if I was on a few 100,000 or a few thousand, and I went from 10,000 down to like 6,000, I'd be probably a little bit more annoyed about it, to be honest. I'm just a small timer. I just do it for fun. It doesn't really affect me in any way, shape or form. I don't make any money from YouTube, so that's kind of not really too much of an issue. It's just really annoying. I was just getting really close to the 200. I was going to have a bit of a party and stuff, and sad face. So sub to me if you haven't already. Anyway, I'm going to get on. I've got some bits and pieces to do. I'm really, really thirsty as well. I've been dragging furniture around all day. I've got to tidy up, and then I'll maybe see if I can get some recording done. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, whether it be a gaming video or another vlog. I'm going to try and keep the vlogs coming. I'll do a vlog probably after the weekend, so that'll be, I don't know when this is going to go up. It'll be in a couple of days, and I'll vlog around this room once it's all tidied up and everything's all put away. And then the next one will be the upstairs room, which is a bit of a mess, but we're getting some people in to collect the boxes that we had, so that'll clear those away, and then I can sort of tidy those up, and then after that it's the shed. Exciting times. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Laters.